cafe today and I stood there about 10 hours. What did I do? Tried to get something to work on my computer. I can tell you about the universe, but I can't figure out the computer. I don't like it. It's not natural. You have to do unnatural things to make it work. Oh my God, I'm so tired of doing nothing all day, and I did something all day and I got nothing done. But at least I got to 11 o'clock and I did the day. Anyways, I sent a message over to Snoop Dogg. But I just wanted to explain to you. First of all, there's beige people, there's brown people, and there's dark brown people. You see, if there were black people, you probably wouldn't see them. I just want to tell you there's something. That according to the way I understand it, the reason why the white man was actually beige, who has no soul, because it doesn't take very many colors to turn him from the white to the beige. But the colored man, who has more color than the beige, who is more of a brown, has more of a mix of colors. Therefore, he has more intelligence and more soul inside of him, because the colors of the rainbow, after you fix them up and mix them up, they're more darker to brown than they are to beige. That means that we are underprivileged people as being beige people or white people. We're underprivileged. No wonder we have no soul, because we can't see exactly what. So it looks like here's a continuation. My tape stopped. So let me continue, okay? I'm just going to prove to you a little point, okay? You know Snoop Dogg? Well, not Snoop Dogg. I mean Snoopy the dog from Charlie Brown. Snoop Dogg brown. Charlie the fish tuna white. Beige. You understand? You see, Snoopy and Charlie Brown had two colors that we saw. Black and white. But that's not what it was, you see. If you interchange every spot on him for black to white and white to black, just leave one spot of black. And then you have many more colors. And then change the black to the white and leave one spot of white. Now to get the black, it takes many colors. Combinations, tons of combinations to get the black in there. Snoopy has got soul and he dances and he prances. He's a white dog with black spots, but he's a black spotted white dog. But he's a black dog with white spots. Why can't we say it that way? Snoopy's a black dog with white spots. Snoopy, to make black, go take your colors and start playing with your colors, okay? Because Snoop Dogg's got it right. Smoke a joint, try and relax, get into it, see what the world's all about. Beijing, China, is exactly like the white people. They're yellow. They're more yellow and have more color than us because they have a color of the rainbow. We have nothing of the rainbow. What does the white beige man have of the rainbow? Nothing. You see, it's the darker brown that has all the color and all the soul. Snoopy, if you interchange and take apart his black, you'll see all the other colors. When you start interchanging and putting combinations, you'll have hundreds of thousands of combinations, depending on the size of the design that you change, if you change the design at all. Anyways, I'm so happy I was able to get here. It's so complicated. They make it so complicated, and I just press all the buttons until they work. So as you know, Snoop Dogg's got it right. I'd love to be able to relax. Right now I'm alone. I work alone. I do everything alone. And somebody has a question for me about the universe. What I would like from the people is, I want to know what the measurements of a perfect woman is by the number and the letters, so I can work it out, because as long as it doesn't pass G, then I know it can be done on the piano with the 1, 2, and 3 pedals that combine all the sounds. 52 white keys, 52 white keys, 36 black keys, 36 numbers on the roulette, excluding the 0 and the 00. We'll talk about that later. So there's a lot of things out there. You understood what you heard, and you heard what you understood, and I said what I said, and what you heard is different probably from what I said, because you can't understand exactly. You're not in my head. So the difference is 3. You see, 8 is eternity for the 8 months of the year that are 31 days for my story, the story that you understand and me, and the difference. But when it comes to God and the angel, they only need 4 months because they're 2. 4 months each is 8. You see, but we don't have 16 months. We only have 12 months. Now, if you get back to the grid, which is the dog pound, and you give a dog pound to God and the angel and me, you'd have 99927. We'd be 1 short of a day. But wait, what about the 4 directions? Add that into it, you got 16. But let's go back again. You see, if we take God, and the center is 5, and the angel, which is the center of 5, and man, which is the center of the grid of 5, is 15. The minute you get another 1, it's a sweet 16, because you don't need the 1. We have to celebrate it between everybody, because the middle of the grid is 5, 5, 5, and 5. That's why we celebrate the sweet 16 for the woman, because it's the woe of all men that got us to the point where I'm able to tell you what I know, but I know nothing. And I'm beige. I got no soul. But I got a lot of soul. But the only soul I got is my rear end butt. And it all looks white, so I can't see the difference, you know. When the darker brown bends over and he sees, he knows there's a difference. When the white man looks over, he thinks it's all okay. You understand what I'm saying? You see, but when it's all a little complicated, you know. Who says it's not complicated? I'd love to smoke a joint and relax and know that there's nobody against the ways I am. My soul that I have wants to give everybody a little information so they accept the soul of every man on earth. By not accepting it, it creates war. War backwards is raw, which means purity. That means something's wrong. Lived, spelled backwards, is devil. So again, there's something wrong. You see, the devil is the second story in us that tells the difference of the untruth of who man is. Man is no truth because he doesn't tell the truth, because he has to lie, because he has to win. We're all playing a game and we all want to win. The cash flow. But there's rules and regulations in which the GOP knows what it's all about. Anyways, I'm not going to gulp or give or take or whatever. I'm going to leave it as it is. And Snoop Dogg, yeah, I'd really like to go on Larry King with you and get a little buzz and see if I can get into this that realm. I'm not always in that realm. It takes a while to get into it. I got to flow. I got to go with the flow, but it's hard. I have my mother alive, a father alive, a brother alive, has 2 sisters alive, 2 brother-in-laws alive, except my brother-in-laws, all they do is joke around with me and treat me like a piece of crap. So my color ain't beige no more, and I'm starting to get a little soul. My brother, Martin Fremeth, oh, I'm sorry, I said his fucking name. Oh, I'm sorry. Christ. Fucking guy hasn't paid me my pay in 6 weeks. I lent him $500,000 and he can't even give me $500 a week because he's using it for himself, because his soul is full of shit. And that's what the money's all about. It's so full of shit, it stops him from being my brother, and he takes the cash, a jing-a-ling-a-ling in his pocket, and the jing-a-ling-a-ling that I know is ching-ching-ching, and it's ching-ching-chong. I smoke a joint and relax. He rolls up his money, shoves it in his pocket, and says, I ain't going to give my brother anything. He's a gambler. Why give the fucking gambler any money? He's only going to piss it away. But guess what? Life is to enjoy. Enjoy? If I don't have money to enjoy after I gamble, well, I'll suffer till the next check. You know what I'm saying? I can handle it. Why can't my brother, my mother, my father won't let me grow a beard? Gothic. I'm Gothic, man. I'm Gothic all the way, but I don't need nothing. I don't need to put an earring in my nose or my ear or whatever it is. They want to do it, go ahead. You want to break dance, go ahead. There's 95 different styles of dancing. It's accepted around the world. My father went for country dancing, and he lives in the city. So he's against the grain. My parents are both against the grain because they're both against my brain. My brain, compared to my mother's and father's, the minute my mother steps into the room, she says, don't think like that. But the whole thing is, the whole world knows the way I think. I'm all over the world in every single state, and I'm in every single state of mind. And I'm not out of my mind, but my parents seem to be out of their mind, and my brother's going to definitely be totally upset because Martin Fremeth, if you know Martin Fremeth, just tell him his brother was on talking about him, about the $500,000 he owes him. Maybe the numbers aren't right, but who cares about the numbers? He owes me something. Doesn't matter if it's money or not. Maybe he doesn't owe me money at all, but he owes me a little respect, and I want that respect from my brother, my mother, my father. My sisters are good, but my brother-in-laws, They laugh at me, and you know what they say, my brother-in-laws? They say Niger, Nigeria. Shorten that up and stretch it out and see what you got. I got one of my brother-in-laws makes fun of every single person because he's got enough cash in his pocket to think he can be cool. But he's not cool at all, man. When I hear him call people names and make jokes and laugh about other people, to me it ain't funny. I want to just cry. And you know what? I wish teardrops came out as shit so I can cry on him and he'd smell what he sounds like. He sounds like his smell. Do I care about my brother-in-laws? They have millions. I don't want shit from them. My brother's got $1 million, all because of me. I don't want shit from him either. But whoa! Let me relax. You see, I'm not allowed to get out of hand. I'm bipolar. Bipolar people seem to get out of hand and lose their cool. The only time I lose my cool is when I'm with myself alone, playing on this tape. I love this tape. I love Snoop Dogg. I love Larry King. I mean, he asks you a question, and he gives you time to answer, and he doesn't pressure you, and he doesn't put you in a corner. You know, in the opera singer, we all want to win to be free. We all, in French, is je, and je in French is I. I, not this eye, not this eye, not the left or the right eye, because they're both the right eyes. We have them both. We call left because the man who had the left was gone. Noah, nothing at all, because the wood he used drinks water. So if there was any water, he would have sank. He would have been a submarine. Therefore, it would have been Atlantis. But Atlantis never really did happen, did it? Or is it coming? Check out what's happening in the universe, beyond the ninth gate, beyond the other universes. Don't you know about the other universes? No scientist can ever figure it out because God keeps moving us all the time. He moves our universe in sequence with the other ones, depending on that templates. And what happens on the outside of our universe, what hits us, okay, we don't always have to be moved. Sometimes we're just shifted. Then we get hurricanes. And I believe on the old telephone digital push button, we became Igor. Igor for gourd or gorge. We're all being choked by the eye of man. The next one that comes in is Ingrid. She is going to be the one that tells the story on the direction. And if it comes from the west to east, she's going to run into the Gulf. And if you have Jack of Lantern, Jack of Clubs, Jack of Spades, Jack of Hearts, the Johnny, if he comes running after Ingrid and he gets into that sea, the Sea of the Gulf, and hits that block of cement, that block of cement is nothing compared to the size of the ocean and the weight. It's going to turn that ocean, it's going to turn that pipe right around till it screws it right in and right out. That oil is going to pop to the top so fast, and the ocean's going to move around so fast, bringing all the sand to make it even. How many square miles does that oil tank in the bottom hold? Because that's how many miles are going to disappear from the land. It's going to slide. I don't want to scare anybody, but we've been hearing these stories for years. But now I believe it. It's not my story. I went online, I saw the scientists. The sea is rising 13 feet a day. The bubble of water must come up. If you go scuba diving, you know all the bubbles go to the top. Some of them don't make it. What happens is they get trapped in the water, but they're so tiny, the pressure is so high, there's nowhere to move. So the fish swim into it, and their gills break it up, and here they get air to breathe, because the fish have to breathe just like us. But they use it and do it in a different way. Snoop Dogg, let's go snooping. Let's go snooping. You want to know what the universe is all about? Look at the chick. 34, 24, whatever the measurement of the girl is, that's part of the calculation of the universe. Use the piano, use the casino games, use the baseball and the hockey and all the sports, the shape of the ball, what the puck looks like, with all the rivets and pivots and whatever else on it, the golf ball and the dimples and whatever you have, everything is connected. Why? Because man made it into the Dicon a Chaneri. They put it in there in the T-O-R-A-S-S, the T-E-O-S-S, the Oasis, Zion, Lion, Iron, Dine, the I and the dine. Well, listen, I'm dining on all of you tonight. I dine off of whatever everybody says. I call myself, when I was younger, the poet. I played the arcade games, I called myself the cat. But when I went out to put cat onto Google and to have my own webpage saying the cat, it was taken, so I reversed it to attack. He can tack. He's got a tail, he can tack. And the cat has 9 lives. 9th gate. What direction am I going? See you soon. My name is Raphael.